every Rock Pirate members so far. These are every Rock Pirate members that we know so far in the story. First, we have the captain of the crew, Rox D. Zebek. He is the father of Yonko Blackbeard. He confronted Emu, killed an admiral, clashed with Harold, won many Davy backfights, and at God Valley fought with both Roger and Garp. Next up is Edward Newgate, aka Whitebeard. He is the future Yonko and the future captain of the Whitebeard Pirates. He is also the strongest man in the world with the power of the Chummer Chummer fruit. Whitebeard would go on to become one of the strongest pirates and would sometimes clash with Roger. Whitebeard would eventually finally be defeated and killed during the Marineford War by the Blackbeard Pirates. After Whitebeard, we have Shiki the Golden Lion. Shiki is the future captain of the Golden Lion Pirates and the main villain of the film Strong World. Unfortunately, we don't know where Shiki currently is in the main story. We have no idea if he's still alive or dead. Then we have Charlotte Linlin, aka Big Mom. She is the future captain of the Big Mom Pirates and the future queen of Totoland. She has the power of the Soul Fruit. She becomes the main villain in the whole Kick-On arc, and during the Wano arc, she is defeated by Kid and Law. Big Mom during God Valley saves Kaido by giving him the Fish Fruit model Azura Dragon. Speaking of Kaido, he is the next member. Kaido was an apprentice on the Rocks Pirates. After the Rocks Pirates ended, Kaido would later on go on to become the captain of the Beast Pirates. With the help of Higurashi, Kaido would eventually team up with Orochi and would take over Wano. During the Wano arc, Kaido's tyranny would finally come to an end when he is finally defeated by Luffy. Next, we have Buckingham Stussy, who would later on go on to become a future member of Mads, mainly as a freeloader, and also become the mother of Weevil. Then we have Captain John, a man who would later on become the captain of his own crew and would also leave behind a legendary treasure that even Buggy would try to look for. At some point before the start of the story, John would keep many of the treasure for himself and not share it with his crew. This led to a mutiny where his crew would then kill John. Later on, John's body would be recovered by Moria and would then become a general zombie. Then we have Gil Bastar, a character from Oda's one-shot Wanted. Bastar was an outlaw who would gain an extremely high bounty from killing many people in self-defense. At the Rocks Pirates, Bastar would at some point die, with his body just like Captain John being recovered by Moria and then becoming a general zombie. Then we have Gansu the Smuggler, yes, another Rocks Pirate who at some point was killed and his body taken by Moria and then becoming a general zombie. Other than that, we don't know too much about Gansui. Then we have Ochoku, aka Wang Ji. We don't know too much about him other than the fact that he would later on become the ruler of Pirate Island. However, during the time skip, Wang would eventually be defeated by Blackbeard, possibly with the help of Kobe and Law, during the Rocky Port incident. The one thing that's interesting about Wang is that he looks very similar to Caribou and his brother. Maybe he could be their father. Then we have Don Marlin, a gangster from the West Blue. Not much is known about Marlin, but we do know he's from the West Blue, which is known for the 5 families. Beishi, a member of the Worst Generation, as we know, is also a gangster from the West Blue. So maybe there might be some connection between Marlin and Beishi. Finally, the last 2 members are Gloriosa, the Empress or now former Empress of Amazon Lily, and Struzan, a member of the Big Mom Pirates, and someone who helped Big Mom's rise to piracy. There's also Silver Axe, but we don't know anything about that character yet. Anyways, that is every member of the Rocks Pirates that we know so far.